President Donald Trump is not well liked, and according to recent polling, few Americans understand why anyone would approve of the job he's doing. This is understandable when considering his objectively poor performance, evidenced by the ongoing tariffs fiasco, the status of retirement accounts, and the still high cost of groceries. Additionally, he frequently appears on television speaking in a manner that suggests mental decline. During a recent visit to the White House by the 2024 World Series champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers, Trump attempted to discuss the team's resilience in the playoffs. However, he ended up delivering a confusing statement. When you ran out the healthy arms, you ran out of really healthy. They had great arms, but they ran out. It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular. And pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular. Such statements make it hard to believe he holds the title of president. Recent approval polls show Trump's ratings declining. He is 13 percentage points underwater in a recent YouGov survey, 12 points underwater in a Quinnipiac poll, and 5 points down in the typically pro-Trump Rasmussen poll. According to YouGov, Trump's net job approval is down 14 points since the first Economist/YouGov poll after he took office this year, when 49% of Americans approved of him and 43% disapproved. It is unusual for a president to experience such a negative favorability swing early in their term. One explanation may be that Trump is particularly ineffective as president, as demonstrated by his illogical insistence on tariffs. Since launching an unprovoked tariff campaign on what he called Liberation Day, the global trade order has been disrupted, and U.S. markets have fluctuated from wildly bad to somewhat better, but still quite bad. Adding to the general concern is Trump's tendency to make statements like this on live television. I said we're gonna try to get groceries down, right? An old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, eggs. In a recent cabinet meeting, he spoke about companies building their own power plants with artificial intelligence. We're letting people build their own power plants, a lot of them being built with the AI and beyond the AI chips. We're letting them build their own power. Never been done before. Such remarks could explain why 51% of those who approve of Trump's job performance said they can understand why someone would disapprove of the way Donald Trump is handling his job. This number is remarkable. More than half of Trump's usual supporters acknowledge understanding why others might disapprove. Of those who disapprove of Trump's performance, 74% say they can't understand how someone would think otherwise. Combined, these groups indicate that many Americans agree Trump is doing a poor job. In the same poll, among those who disapprove of Trump, 78% said, "There's almost nothing President Trump could do to win my approval." They might have heard him in the Oval Office recently saying about the Great Lakes, "I assume the lakes are all interconnected." Or perhaps they listened to him on April 2, when he proudly discussed his use of the word groceries, saying, "An old-fashioned term that we use, groceries. I used it on the campaign. It's such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries. It says a bag with different things in it." For clarity, the word groceries does not mean a bag with different things in it. To assist, I'll provide an actual old-fashioned term, boboline. It refers to a fool. Trump's presidency isn't even 100 days old yet. But in word and deed, and apparently in the eyes of the public, he's already gone full boboline.